you hear the sounds of boots hitting the ground outside.
I'm not leaving. Are we not stronger together? 2 is better than 1.
I can tell that you're not up to this mission. Maybe when you're older, when you're a master, maybe even a Jedi Knight. Are you a Padawan?
I am a knight. I went through my trials.
You don't look much older than how old my Padawan would be these days.
Well, that's the thing about the war. You get promoted younger and younger.
Well, you're about to learn a hard lesson then. Because the Jedi are dead. You and me, we're something else now.
Connie is going to drop to one knee and ignite her lightsaber into the floor of the ship and drag a long line, hopefully disabling a lot of the systems.
This master draws his lightsaber and ignites it as well. Are you trying to kill us both?
Like you said, there's another ship.
He
Also, I have a big cat.
huffs and walks past you with his lightsaber ignited.
I'm already down the ramp.
There are 2 large groups of clone troopers standing with their blasters drawn.
Where's my cat? Yeah, where's my cat?
Pointing at the ramp of the ship. Your cat is nowhere to be seen. Clear initiative, and we're going to start initiative. Everybody knows they're going into this fight. Everybody's rolling cool.
That was 2 successes and 2 advantages for my cool check.
3 successes, 2 advantages for the clone captain.
Yikes.
1 success for clones. Let's see. Clones aren't very good at this, are they?
I'm not scared. Very scared. I'm mad at this stupid Jedi.
Okay.
Ugh.
That's right. As you run down the ramp, lightsaber ignited at your side, Jiva stands behind you with his purple saber. The leader of these clones in white armor with a pauldron on his shoulder says,
"Soldiers, take aim, fire!"
giving that first group of clones a boost die on their check. Your turn.
I would like to make it harder for them, so I'm going to commit a force die to sense to upgrade the difficulty of anyone attacking me. And I don't remember if that's a maneuver or whatever.
I'm going to say that is an incidental.
Cool.
You don't have to roll it.
I am going to... How far away are they?
They're pretty close. I think they're within short range.
I am going to engage some clones.
Okay.
And I am going to attempt to disarm some clones.
You move in quickly and swing your lightsaber.
I get to use my agility. So that's 2 yellow and a green.
1 success, 1 advantage. How much damage does your lightsaber do?
My lightsaber does 7 damage.
7 damage, and you're ignoring soak.
Oh, can I do disorient too?
No, I think you need 2 advantages to do that.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah. What do you want to do with your 1 advantage?
I want to have this clone that I just attacked in between the most of the other clones and me.
Okay. All right. So they have to shoot through someone else.
Yeah.
To shoot you.
The other group would have to shoot through someone else to shoot at me.
Okay. So you move in close and you swing your lightsaber and you remove 1 clone from this fight. What happens?
I slashed him right across the chest. Like, I dashed in close and then spun with my saber to just go right down from shoulder to hip.
And he falls to the ground. Jiva moves in close to the commander of these clones and swings his lightsaber, hitting the clone in the side, scoring a deep mark in his armor. You hear a wheeze from inside as the clone staggers backwards, and this guy's winded for the rest of the encounter. The next turn goes to your big cat. What do you want to do?
My big cat's going after that other group of clones, of course. Just like pops out of nowhere and with its big teeth and claws.
Ooh. This sleek black cat pounces down from the top of the ship where nobody had seen it hiding. It lands right in front of a group of clones. It snarls and growls at them. Got a failure. One advantage and one triumph. Do you have ideas?
It scares them.
You want them to roll a fear check?
Yeah. I mean, they're clones. Their discipline has to be pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good at discipline. They're not going to fail a fear check.
They're not gonna
Is there something else you want them to do?
Yeah. I was thinking about that, and I'm like, they'd have to be pretty shiny in order to fail a fear check.
Yeah.
What if they are, in response to this new threat, the way that they have to maneuver around this giant cat that's snarling at them upgrades their difficulty to fire at either of the Jedi.
We can upgrade their difficulty. We're going to pass a difficulty upgrade to them.
Okay.
Cool. The 3 groups of clones lift their blasters and attempt to shoot. The group closest to you upgrades because they do.
Because I am currently sensing their thoughts, so I can read them pretty well.
You also have a lot of light side points if you ever want to flip those.
Oh, yeah. Here. Good thing I have Reflect.
Cool. Tell me about that.
That's 3 strain.
You might want to take it.
Yeah, but still.
Nice. That's a good one. Okay. That's rough. Okay. Tell me what your Reflect does.
When
Reduces damage by whatever.
By 2.
By 2. So you've got 10 incoming minus your soak.
So 8, so 6. I'm about to take 6 wounds.
Oh, it was 12 to start. I already reduced it by 2.
Oh, so I'm about to take
so you
8
take 8
wounds. That's great.
Yeah. So the 3 groups of troopers aim, take fire. The group that is closest to you shoots, and these, you know that these blasters that these clones are carrying are not meant for close combat. They are meant for fighting droids at a long distance. So you see that these clones have difficulty raising them and shooting them at you. But one of their shots manages to get through, and you feel it, the burn of this blaster bolt hit your shoulder, your left shoulder. Another group shoots towards Jiva, who is engaged with their commander, and their shots just go wildly wide. Shots everywhere. The third group also shoots at Jiva, and they manage to hit. Their blaster bolts hit him in the back as he swings his lightsaber at their commander. The group that shot and missed, the Fang Cat, sees the opportunity where they are not looking at it and moves in and sinks its long dagger-like teeth into the leg of one of them and grabs him, jumps back on the ship onto the top of it, and takes him off into the grass where you hear loud crunches of armor.
I mean, what's worse, getting chomped on by a big cat or getting a lightsaber across the chest?
Big cat takes longer.
Big cat does take longer.
The commander is not in good shape. He begins to back out of combat, back towards the ship that is now landed at the opposite end of this open grassland area. He needs to get away, so he backs away from Jiva, and he can't draw his other weapon either. He disengages from Jiva and tries to find the nearest high ground, and it's back to you.
I am going to perform I still have 2 troopers on me. I was going to do Saber Swarm, but do I need to suffer the strain for that?
What does Saber Swarm do?
I suffer 1 strain to make the next lightsaber combat check gain the linked item quality equal to 1.
There is still 1 group of 3 standing.
That's true.
You are technically engaged with all of them. So if you want to hit the larger group, you can use Saber Swarm.
Okay. Lightsaber strain, 1 green because I'm using agility, a boost die because due to the nature of Ataru, it's very difficult to predict where the strikes are going.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that is built into you being able to use agility for this attack.
Respect the hustle. Anyway.
You've got 3 light side points. You maybe you could have a boost for something.
I'd spend a light side point for a boost.
No, you'd spend a light side point for an upgrade. Yeah. But why? You maybe there's another reason you could have a boost. Maybe there's a reason you could have 3 boosts, and that is the 3 threats that this group of clone troopers roll.
Oh, I'm down for that. I don't notice their threat. That was a lot of rolling. Okay, I barely noticed anything except for the despair. Okay, yeah. 3 boosts, and that's a difficulty of...
It should be average.
Cool. 4 successes and 1 advantage. No critical.
So your damage is, did you say 7? Yep. So we're at 11?
Yep, twice. That's what you told me linked item does.
But you need 2 advantages to get linked to work.
Okay.
Which is a bummer.
That is a bummer.
You still took out 2 of them, plus a little bit of the third one.
I'm okay with that.
What happened? What does Connie's saber storm look like?
It looks like she whirled around, her saber half hidden by her long poncho as it flares out, and as she comes to a stop, it just she strikes multiple times in a sort of a stabbing motion. Yeah.
Okay. Jiva is focused on the leader of this group.
I mean, he could be being helpful back here, but he really is going to make me take on 10 clones by myself. 9 clones by myself.
It's going to make you take on 10-ish. I think we're down to 7. Is he focused on the leader? He just got shot, though. Maybe he's probably actually focused on the people who are actually shooting him.
I mean, I know he's not the happiest with me right now, but
is he
really just going to let me die?
I don't know, I mean...
That wouldn't be very Jedi-like of him. Though, according to him, we're not...
He's not acting very Jedi-like.
We're not Jedi anymore.
Something else entirely. As these blaster bolts hit Jiva in the back, and you can hear the sizzle and smell the burned hair. He whirls on these clones, his purple lightsaber spinning and all around him like a whirlwind, and he slashes one clone, and you see an arm drop to the floor. He spins his lightsaber at eye level and takes out a second one. Then he jabs it behind him and takes out a third.
Show off.
And you see at the end of the hall a almost curtain of darkness, and the red blade of a lightsaber slowly ignites.
Well done, Park.
I think as the lightsaber ignites, maybe to bolster his own confidence, maybe partly that, partly for intimidation, I think his suit kind of hums into a flicker of light, almost like the igniting lightsaber. The tendrils that connect things glow, that bioluminescent glow. He's no longer hiding.
That sort of green glow moves up in the joints of this suit, and the Inquisitor says,
"This is your last chance. You have been hiding all these years. Your skills would no doubt be very useful to us. Join us. You will become powerful. You can protect the galaxy."
I'm gonna have to pass. Didn't you hear? It's my summer vacation. I don't plan to work for anybody.
Roll initiative.
Cool.
Why
does my cool stink? A lot of Park's skills stink. I'm not gonna be 2 yellows. Oh, maybe I'm gonna tie 2 yellows. Alright, let my lucky streak begin.
Alright. Yeah, you're first. What do you want to do? He has one of his 2 blades ignited down at the end of the hall.
I think I want to start combat by... I think Park is going to do a force leap up to a higher floor. His thinking maybe is that supports might be weaker on a higher floor, maybe or maybe he's just trying to get the high ground. But I'm sure he jumps up, somebody else will jump up. He's going to jump up to a higher floor.
You're using enhance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to roll your force die.
Okay. Light side.
Using it?
Yeah.
So what does this look like? Park standing at one end of this long hall with the dim light of the level behind him. The Inquisitor standing at the other end, shrouded in darkness with a red blade lit.
So do you think that there's some damage to the ceiling, or do you think that maybe they're actually just close to an open stairwell in the precinct?
I think there's an open stairwell with no stairs anymore. The stairs are crumbled and gone.
Park does, I think it's like a 2-maneuver jump. Jump to a place where he can get the footing needed to use the force on this jump and just send himself up to a higher level. And that's like I feel like a force leap is kind of like a super maneuver, maybe not something super necessary for combat. Can I pass a boost or a setback to my adversary for putting distance between myself and them?
No.
That's fine.
For you, a force leap is still an action, since there is a purchasable level to make a force leap a maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
So you jump up off of one ledge and up into the hall above, and what do you want to do with your maneuver?
My maneuver, Park is going to set himself up perhaps for an easy attack on the Inquisitor. He jumps up there and he's going to duck behind the first entryway. The Inquisitor might expect it, but might not know where exactly he's going to come from.
Since you are setting yourself up for an attack, we're going to count that as an aim. And then you can aim a second time if you want on the next round before you attack.
Okay.
What do you want your butterbugs to do?
Oh, yeah, I got something. Something stupid. Something that you might be like, who cares why? I want my butterbugs to try and connect to the precinct's ancient, old, probably unusable computer systems.
Wow. They can't do computers. Only mechanics.
Okay, I'm fine with that too. Because I'm going to try and make you let me do the thing I want to do.
You also have 2 light side points on your side.
My dream is to use my butterbugs to activate the sprinkler system in the building.
The sprinkler system that didn't activate a year ago when this place burned down.
Do you remember it not activating? It just should have in the
probably. If there is a sprinkler system, it should have activated when this place burned down.
Okay.
But maybe it was broken, and now your butterbugs can fix it.
Would you rather that they fix and operate and turn it on the sprinkler system, or go and find the neglected fire extinguishers and fill this place with fire extinguisher smog?
Go find the powered down police droids in the basement.
Okay. They have mechanics?
Yeah.
And you would consider that a mechanics check?
Yeah, that's not a computer's check.
My butterbugs are going to go search for those droids you mentioned earlier and see if they can be of any help. I have a feeling they're not going to do anything. But let's go.
You relay the orders to the butterbugs, and the 2 that are circling you swarm down and meet up with the other 2, and they head into the basement. I think that's all of their maneuvers to get down there.
Okay.
We are playing this running game again. Why don't you face me?
From the spot that you are awaiting, you see the red blade pierce the floor and sort of drag along the corridor as the Inquisitor walks along below it. As you stay in this one space, thinking the Inquisitor is going to come upstairs, you feel the ground begin to quake below you. You don't feel the ground quake below you, because this Inquisitor can only roll light side points.
And he can't use the light side? It's just narratively not a good vibe.
He's not going to use the light side. You get the feeling that this person below you is trying to do something, but you don't know what. And that blade disappears out from the floor, and they are somewhere below you still.
We can play hide and seek all day. But you cannot hide forever, little hero. I know who you are now.
Okay, I'm flipping.
Okay.
This building is old. You established that it was raining earlier.
Yeah.
There is water trickling through this old building. I am flipping because water is trickling from Park's floor to the floor below. Some water has pooled. There are occasional puddles on the floor that this enemy is walking on. I want Park to try and transfer the electricity from a melee with his shot gloves through water on into this guy. What do you think?
From one floor to another?
Hey, it's through pouring water, and I flipped on it.
You flipped on it. Let's see what happens.
I'm not optimistic, but
it's gonna be against 2 reds.
This is gonna be brawl.
Yeah.
And I want to commit my force die.
Okay.
And to enhance my brawl. And
do you
what did
want
say?
to roll your force die with your brawl, or do you want to commit your force die to make your brawn 4?
So, would you let me roll my force die?
You have that ability.
Okay, well then I'll do that. My brawl's already pretty good. What's my difficulty?
2 reds.
I can't think of any reason I should get a boost, because it's already insane.
You aimed in the previous round.
Yeah, I aimed.
This was you biding. You can retroactively say you were biding your time until the Inquisitor stepped in that puddle, and that was you aiming.
Yeah, he hears the splash of a healed Imperial boot, and he knows that it's time. Are you gonna give me any setbacks?
Nope. You can't really defend against this. Wow.
Interesting. 3 successes, 1 advantage, 1 despair, and 1 light side.
Okay. So, shock gloves are crit of 5, so you cannot crit with your advantage.
That's a freaking high crit.
So, if we're gonna add, you can add your light side as a success or an advantage.
It'll do more damage if I add it as a success?
Yeah.
Let's add it as a success. I'm guessing I have a lot of damage to do.
If you don't want to use it as damage, you can use it as an advantage. Use your 2 advantages to trigger stun 3 and deal 3 strain damage.
This is tough. Sure, let's do that. So we're gonna do stun, which seems like it also might have some other benefits. Stun just does damage to strain, doesn't do anything else. Okay. Well, we'll see which one ticks down first.
Yeah. What happened? What did you do?
I think it wasn't. This was not completely passive. I think that Park is on the 2nd floor. There's water dripping down. He is on his hands and knees, sneakily looking down, following this red saber wielding enemy. He can see a direct connection to water dripping from his floor to a large puddle on the floor below. He charges up his suit, which glows this bioluminescent green, and his hand glows even brighter than the rest of the suit. And he puts the palm of the hand down into this puddle, reaching from his floor, dripping down to the floor below. This is very sci-fi fantasy, but does the electricity kind of match the color of the bioluminescence? Like, that's not how stuff works, but That's how Star Wars stuff works. There's purple electricity and stuff.
Yeah.
So a crackling bolt of charge travels from his floor to the puddle below and up the Inquisitor's body. And they receive a pretty surprising shock.
And you hear from down below,
Enough!
but before that, the butterbugs in the basement.
I like how the butterbugs are like
they're just on their own little adventure.
But also, they're like just a little extra thing you get to have fun with.
These 4 little tiny remote droids are like bobbing around in the basement, and we hear, and they find this set of like lockers, which they open, and inside there are how many with a light side flip, because you should probably flip and tell me how many police droids there are.
How many butterbugs do I have? 3?
4 currently. There were 5.
I kind of want 1 for every droid.
That's a lot.
Okay, can I have 2? But can I also have like a custodial gonk and something else useless?
Yeah, there's a gonk droid and 2 police droids down there. They're all shut off. The police droids don't have power, but the gonk droid is a power droid. So they're going to try to get the gonk up and working. We'll see if they can. I'm going to make it a hard check because it's been down here forever. I'm going to flip a dark side point because things could go wrong. The little droids swarm around the gonk, and one of them transfers some of its power to give it a little jump start. They beep and boop, and the gonk droid says,
"Gonk."
And that's your butterbug's turn. As your electricity jumps down this stream of water and shocks the Inquisitor, your comlink goes off. That same loud pop song that played in the gymnasium, and you hear the Inquisitor say,
Enough!
Thank you for listening to this episode of Coruscant Nights. Connie was played by Erica Goodwich. For more from Erica, visit goodwichstudios.com. Thank you to AJ for donating for Destiny for this episode. If you like Coruscant Nights and want to support all of Nightcast Creative's shows, please visit us at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights. Coruscant Nights is produced by Nightcast Creative. For more about us and the things that we do, visit nightcastcreative.com.